Alrighty, folks, welcome. Andrew Myers,
Hey,
welcome.
how are we?
I'm great, buddy. This is the first official Port Talk podcast. So I'm proud and happy to have you on with us today.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
Yeah, man. I don't want you to be nervous. We've got, I think, about 3,500 followers right now.
Good deal.
I'm just
Strong.
kidding. I'm just kidding. I think we have 2 people following this right now, so there's nothing to be nervous about. There's literally, I think maybe 2, and Sky over here is probably one of them. So
That's right.
But no, we're happy. This has been a long time coming, so the first official podcast. And so today we really just want to learn about yourself, your business, what has made you successful, and just kind of learn more about you so that not only our followers, but really your clientele has a better understanding of who you are. And so let's just dive right into it if you don't mind, brother.
Let's do it.
All right, man.
All right.
So just give us a quick little intro of who you are and a little bit of a backstory, maybe where you're from, things like that.
All right. I'm Andrew Myers, born here in Savannah, Georgia, live out on Tulahe Island, grew up on Whitmarsh Island.
Okay.
Got a wife, Katie, of 11 years, 3 kids, 9, Emma, Jacob, 7, and Taylor is 4. All of them go to school at Savannah Christian. Been doing real estate for about 11 years now. Got a few different businesses and ventures that all kind of tie into together.
Tie into the real estate world.
Yes, sir.
So what does that mean? What do you got? What do you got? So we know you're actually, so Andrew, backstory too, that he's a little shy about it. He was our agent of the year last year. So year over year, he's one of our top producing agents. But outside of being a traditional real estate representing buyers and sellers, what other businesses do you have? And what do you mean by tying in? So what else do you do outside of your day-to-day 9 to 5, so to speak?
So, the traditional real estate, work with buyers and sellers, do a lot of investments, rentals. I've got a decent sized portfolio that I've been able to build up over the years. We do new construction building, a lot of flips in this market, just providing a good product for everybody. Work with a lot of investors, handling their portfolios, building houses for them to sell, flipping houses. I've got a great team of contractors that kind of make everything easy. Also got a little small landscaping business, so kind of everything just intertwines, and I'm able to kind of hit all aspects to deal with housing. That's
awesome. What would be your number one thing outside of the day-to-day 9 to 5 that you really think that everyone should get involved with? What's the one thing that you really, really enjoy outside of just buying and representing sellers? Out of all them, is it building for others? Is it maybe owning your own real estate?
Yeah, definitely owning my own real estate and building and flipping, because there's so much instant gratification. So you can go in a house, we can demo it, and within a week you see progress. Really every day, every hour, there's something changing, more progress happening. So it's kind of, like I said, instant gratification just to see the results.
That's awesome. Good deal, man. All right, well, tell us something interesting that I would say most people locally or around town that don't know about you. What's a little interesting fact about Andrew Myers?
I guess one thing that, looking at me today and knowing me, you wouldn't know back growing up, as a teenager, I was a big skateboarder. So I would try to skateboard, had the big baggy jeans, the Jinkos, and did things like that.
Acme board, possibly. That was my...
Yeah, Birdhouse.
Birdhouse, good solid.
Stuff, changing the truck. So that's one thing. And then I guess another, more towards business, that I bought my first vehicle at 14 years old before I could even drive, because I've always been goal-oriented, entrepreneurship from a young age.
So you were hustling at a young age.
Yes.
Hustling in the skate parks, hustling in the business.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, that's a good little fact. All right. So how did you get started in the business that you run? And I know obviously you've got multiple businesses, but like starting from day one, you said you bought your first car at 14, but like your first business, how did that actually evolve?
Yeah, so basically it started up, I lived in front of a guy that owned a tree service. Okay. So I've always kind of been around business, and he was in the real estate world. Grew up with his son, who was a little older than me. So, from 12 years old, we were splitting firewood, selling firewood. Summer months, I worked at a local restaurant up the street from the neighborhood, waiting tables, making money. Worked on shrimp docks. Then I would peddle shrimp on the side. during summer months of high school, did a bunch of interior trim work on, $1 million homes. So that was kind of what got me into real estate, seeing, building $2 million homes and having all this trim work and learning the lingo of real estate and the process from.
It's kind of funny you're saying this, is that you were doing at a young age so many different jobs, and now you're doing almost the same thing, just at a different level.
Different level, yes. So, back then, was able to buy a car and do those things 'cause I was making more money then than some, adults today out there in the real world. And, just kind of always use it as a stepping stone, learn, try to make connections. So like I said, I worked at a local restaurants and met a lot of people and connected with a lot of people there that I still do business with today.
Okay.
And when I started working there, it was, my dad always told me, value the relationships that you'll learn from this local establishment, because you'll use them in the future. And lo and behold, it's, true.
It's paid off.
Yeah. So it's a lot of those people have seen me as a growing kid to today. We're doing deals together and they trust me, and
That's funny, because the next question I had for you is what advice would you give someone wanting to pursue a career like yours, even multifaceted, or just even your streamline, your main core business of real estate? Someone that's 14, potentially someone that's listening that's 14, what would be the advice that Andrew would give them?
Really just to find what the purpose is in life and what you want. I'm very goal oriented. So, what keeps you up at night? What is it that, you are willing to put in the work with no reward? Because a long time, you'll be hustling and bustling and you get nothing, and it pays off dividends in the years to come. So, that would be one thing. Always have your goals written out, create a vision board so that you see it. So something I do, every day to every week, I constantly rewrite my goals, constantly rewrite the tasks for every day, and I do it handwriting, even if we have so much technology today that you can do it on your phone, but I'm old school in that way, that I like to handwrite it out so that it takes a little bit more time, and then I reread it and do those type of things just to kind of have it in the front of my head all day long.
So for someone wanting to pursue a career, so I think the advice, digging in a little bit to your answer, was one, figuring out what they like, their passion. But ideally, you're saying before anybody goes out there, before they start any kind of path or journey towards getting that goal, to write down physically, literally hand write down what they're thinking and what they want to
for sure
obtain in their life.
And then, stay focused, invest in yourself, constantly learn. So every day I'm trying to learn something new, and from all ages. I learn from my kids daily. I've learned from, people that are on the same level as me, better than me. So I'm always open-minded. I don't try to set myself apart from everybody, because I think everyone out there has something to offer.
That's another good position. Yeah. So surround yourself with someone that could potentially teach you something.
Right.
Okay.
For sure.
Right on, man. The best resources that potentially that's helped you. So you're talking about meeting other people, learning from other people. So what would be, maybe what was some of the best resources that you've had to get to where you're at now?
I would say one of the biggest things in last 5 to 6 years is really concentrating on my faith and getting my mind better spiritually and mentally. So, not too many people know this about me as well, but I get up at 3:45 every morning.
Hold on.
Yeah, right.
Say 3 what?